as we already discussed before, there is abolition of the exchange controls. Article 8 of the agreement of IMF requires members shall not impose exchange controls on current account on the international balance of the international payments, but may impose the exchange controls on the capital flows, and requires members to achieve current account convertibility of their currencies. The countries that undertake this obligation are referred as the Article 8 countries. And the country's convertibility can also be suspended for countries that do not have the conditions. That's known as the Capital 14 countries. Mostly of the major industrialized countries has completed the currency convertibility in the early 1960s, and while the most developing countries maintain the exchange controls. The collapse of the Bretton Woods system was the production of the coordination. This system is the coordination after the World War II. But the system can change with the dollar gold. Each member's monetary implement of the adjustable fixed exchange rate, with a short-term credit to help members adjust the BOP imbalance as the foundation. And the International Monetary Foundation is the coordination mechanism of this system that has the function of negotiation, borrowing, management, and some of the IMF are, for example, the World Bank to help it perform other functions, such as help development of relative backward countries. The emergence of the IMF provides a relatively stable monetary and financial conditions for the steady development of the world economy after World War II. The collapse of this system since the system is for key currencies in dollars, and the U.S. for the smooth running of the system has the important responsibility. But the U.S. there is a dilemma in his regards. Other members also has dilemmas to maintaining the dollar status, which is a difficult choice. And this system since the date of its birth has the factors that cause the collapse. The inherent contradictions that is part of the Turfan's dilemma. With dollar as the center of the system, if you want to stable the operation, it must provide enough international solvency. That is US dollar, but at the same time to ensure the dollar and the gold are convertible according to the official price. But it's a pair of contradiction between them. The supply of the dollars is if the supply of dollar is too little, the international solvency is insufficient. But if the supply is too much, it's hard to ensure that its dollar and the gold according to the official price of convertible. As the international trade and world economy develop, the international reserves must grow correspondingly. Therefore, the issuing country of the reserve currency in this case is the United States, must run a balance of payment deficit. And only in this way can other members get dollars from the US. But the more dollars the member holds because of the US BOP deficit, the more the dollar will lose the stability because of the US BOP deficit, and thus its convertibility with gold. This is so the gold's convertibility will be threatened. There will be a less confidence in this, and there will be a run on the bank for the US dollar. Therefore, that is published by the Yale professor Terrifin in his book named Gold and Dollar Crisis in 1960s. And the other dilemmas is about other members of maintaining the fixed exchange rate. According to the IMF agreement, when the member currency fluctuates by more than 1% against the dollar, the member is required to intervene. If the dollar exchange rate drops, we have to buy dollar on the foreign exchange market to regulate the monetary supply and demand, and to reverse the US dollar's oversupply situation, and promoting the dollar exchange rate to rise. It will make the member a large number of its local currency to make the number to print a large number of this local currency. That will boost and to trigger the inflation in their own country. And the members, in keeping its internal equilibrium without this member has some dilemma in keeping his internal equilibrium. That is no inflation and no unemployment, and with the external equilibrium, exchange rate smooth. They have these two things to handle, cannot do at the same time. So they usually have to give one up. So most of the members just to give up the dollar obligation and smooth pursue its domestic economic targets, such as to be against the inflation and unemployment. So in addition, the large number of dollars the member receive also present a dilemma. A large conversion of gold to the US would increase the distrust of the dollar, putting the pressure on its convertibility. And if the members doesn't convert to US dollar and hold them, he or she will face a loss due to the depreciation of the US dollar. And the contradiction and the cooperation again among countries in the system is difficult to be carried out smoothly because the dollar is equal to the gold and has a function of the world currency. The US can use the dollar to invest abroad, buy assets from other countries, and at the same time use the dollar to make up its own BOP deficits. As a result, the more dollars are held, the more real assets and resources are transferred to the U.S., and the interests are held by the U.S., while the other countries are at a disadvantage. In this case, the coordination and the cooperation of the Bretton Woods system is difficult to carry out because the bill balance of interest is too much titled to the US. That caused the dollar's crisis as a result. And that's at the end of